horse.
What's up guys, it's the Morons Hacks, and in today's video you will see the almost stock acceleration of BMW E65 2003 year 745i with 4.4 liter V8 producing 333 horsepower when new. This car is meant to be 6.3 seconds to 100 kilometers with a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. Now today we will test the acceleration on a pretty good road with no uphill or downhill, and we will test the acceleration after 70 years. The car is currently 180,000 kilometers. If this is true, it's really a low mileage for such executive car. Today I'm gonna show you the acceleration in manual and in sport mode. This car has direct mode, manual and sport. Manual mode, you can change the gears from the steering wheel, and the sport mode, it decides by itself. So let's go. But before that, I'll tell you that currently the car has no cuts, it's decutted, and the other modification is that this 7 Series has a Cayenne filter inside the original air box. So it's not with the stock air filter, it's with Cayenne original, and if it makes a difference, it will be 3-4 horsepower, if it makes such difference at all, because yes, you know, it's pretty restrictive. The stock air box is pretty restrictive. Okay, so let's not waste more time. Let's go and see how many horsepower and what's the acceleration now in this 7 Series. Before I continue with the test, I'll try DynoMeter, Google Store program that you should input your car weight and some other stuff about the aerodynamic here, some numbers, and it actually can calculate you different times. For example, 0 to 100, 0 to 60, and if you want other 1/4 mile, you can see, and top speed and power. For the power, you need to make, you see, you need to make 160 test. Maybe we'll try this too. It's a kind of DynoMeter, but without using a dyno. It's an app. Let's see how accurate is this actually. Well, it's not very accurate because it started before I even started the car to go. Okay, let's zero these numbers and let's go. Put them to ready mode and let's go. Okay, are you ready? Let's go! Traction control. Okay, we have a little wheel spin, but that's because I'm in this area here. Let's see what it has here to say. 5.5 seconds. I don't think this is accurate, but it says 5.5 seconds. Well, pretty much unreliable app. Let's try it again. 1/4 mile and 0 to... Wow, it started before. It's super sensitive. Let's try again. 0, this one, and 1/4 mile. Okay, sport mode again. Let's try again. Ready, set. Okay, that was on sport mode. Let's see. This time the numbers were a little bit better. So it says 14.9 for a 1/4 mile, 137 kilometers per hour, 6.4 seconds. That's pretty much more real than the previous one. Okay, let's try the manual mode. Again, ready, and manual mode from here. Let's go. Will be hard to shift. Wow, I'm getting faster, 3.2 seconds to 0. That app is pretty unreliable when measuring. It turns out like I have a compressor installed with 600 or 700 horsepower. Now guys, let's test the power with this app. We choose power and ready and go. That's enough. So we have 401 horsepower, guys. So this car was 333 horsepower and now it's 401. Amazing. During the year this car hasn't lost even 1 horsepower. What a funny app. It's actually not accurate because GPS module inside our phones is not very good and accurate. I'll do another test here. Let's stop, put it on. I'll try first 0 to 100. Here is a little bit downhill, so we'll cheat a little bit, but who cares? Okay, 401 horsepower. Let's try again with the 0, this one. Okay, ready? Rev your engines, guys. Let's go. Okay, it turned out that we have 6.6 to 100, which is actually pretty much true about this car because it's 6.3 originally, so it can be actually. It depends on the tire, on the weather. Today is 26 degrees, 27, and the air is really hot. Maybe on colder weather we can have this 6.3 on better surface. I have not turned off the DSC because my dynamic drive system doesn't work at the moment, and if I turn it off, actually I cannot turn it off actually because dynamic drive system which is not working, and this will not let me turn off the DSC, and that my start suffers from it. From this my start suffers sometimes when the surface is not good. But look at the horsepower. I have 363 horsepower, so it's pretty much plus minus 50 horsepower. It's actually doing some job, but you cannot of course check your real horsepower, but it's pretty much giving you some idea of how much power I have. Okay, this time this one is uphill, little bit uphill, so let's make test here. I will put again in sport mode and restart these numbers here, quarter mile and 12.6. This one is much better than the previous result. Okay, I'll put the other two so I can have all the things ready. Okay, are you ready, guys? Let's go. Okay guys, that's enough. We checked the acceleration, different acceleration times. Let's look now at the app. Okay, we have 277 horsepower. This time it was uphill, so we have less horsepower. So in order this to be reliable, you have to have a good surface for tests, not uphill, not downhill. It should be flat. So quarter mile in 14.5 and actually 0 to 100 in 7.6. That's because of this uphill. So let's try again one more time, because I don't like these numbers. I want better numbers, and this is the place where I can get better numbers. You can see it's pretty nice for better numbers, but I think in manual mode is the fastest mode, so I'll use it again. Let's reset all these things here. And are you ready, guys? Let's fly. Okay, that's enough. That's pretty much enough. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, we got nothing here. What the fuck? Some seconds for the car to cool down, because when you do many startups, your engine got hotter and hotter, and your results are worse and worse, even no matter if it's turbo or any engine. Okay, I think the car has cooled down, so let's make another test. Here it's a good place. I'll stop here. Okay, we're ready with the app, waiting for the traffic, and let's go!
Here are some results from the web.
Fucking Google ruined my results, so I will stop now.
According to Exopen.
So guys, my app just broke, so you can see DynoMeter, and I choose my vehicle and keep stopping. So this fucking app has been jammed, so that's it. I cannot make any measures more. Go! Nice sound from the VA. This was with open window. Such high speeds, we are cruising very normally below 3000 rpm. You can see a very nice. Cruiser can cruise really fast and on low rpm. The gearbox is great. No noise inside the cabin, even if it's already so old. It's really solid made. You can see 140 with 2500 RPM. You can see some fuel consumption. This is real time. You can see that here is a little bit downhill, and we have 5 liter. It's really non-real for that car. Okay, 130 and we have 10. Actually on the highway it depends how you drive, but with such speed it can be below 10, really. You can see it depends on the road, but it's 8, 9 with this speed. Let's put some more stress, and let's try with 150, because that's the real cruising speed. let's see how this car runs from third gear. Ready, set, go. Okay, let's slow down. So we're approaching the city. Some fucking cops. Okay, again. Can show you from second gear full throttle. Okay, 300 RPM full throttle. So you now have the idea of how fast is pretty stock, except for the sport filter. It's with new spark plugs and with normal. It's not high octane petrol. It's 95 octane. If I put 100, it will be a little bit better, I think. See my average consumption with the city drive and accelerations. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Watch our other videos and the POV driving. I'll have some POV sporty driving, but first I have to fix this dynamic drive because it's really annoying to be like this without driving dynamic drive, because it's really a great system which keeps this big animal, this big whale, keep it on the road like a small sporty car, or maybe like a 5 Series, but doesn't feel so big and heavy and soft with the dynamic drive working. So I really need to fix it before I show you some POV aggressive driving. I have plans to make a remap of this car, so I hope soon we'll show you some other accelerations with the remap, so we can see if there is any difference, because many people say that on petrol cars it's a waste of money. Also there is, I think, a remap for the gearbox, but I don't know, I should check that too, because the gearbox is good, but salt is a little bit slow. We'll improve acceleration times, and with the remap we can gain 20 horsepower and 50-60 Newton meters, which is really would be feasible, I think. So watch our other videos and stay tuned and stay healthy. Bye guys, and drive V8s, because V8s are the greatest engine ever created. Bye bye.